I wasn't hesitant about playing that kind of nudity and intimacy on camera. I was intimidated by it.
I want to start off with asking what drew you to the project to begin with?
Well, I found a lot about Billie that I could relate to. I'm a mother of three incredible children myself. And, having been in a long-term relationship in the past, I often found myself questioning some of the things that Billie was questioning, her desire for sort of this, sexual freedom and liberation that she was feeling. And just that sense of where did that other girl go? It's like that. Remember when I used to be fun? Those kinds of questions, it's like before the long-term relationship and before the kids. And, it's like I used to have these wants and desires, but I think we sometimes put those on hold in order to fulfill the roles that society tells us to be a wife, to be a mom, and what that looks like. And on top of that, Billie was she was dynamite in a box. She has an appetite for life that's larger than Texas. And the idea of playing Billie, it scared me and turned me on all at the same time. So I was just like, come hell or high water, I have to find a way to be her.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I mean, you definitely did. You definitely tapped into that perfectly. Obviously, the show is pretty risque. And by pretty, I mean very risque. Was that something you were hesitant about, or were you kind of like, it's such a big part of the story and is such a sex positive story, which is amazing to see. So how did you kind of feel about that going in?
Yeah, I wasn't hesitant about playing that kind of nudity and intimacy on camera. I was intimidated by it, but there was no part of me that was hesitant about it. I've often felt that when you have sex scenes, in film and television, unless it's a lesbian piece, that they're kind of depicted through the male point of view. And, it's often the woman having sex the way a man wants to have sex. And if the woman's okay with it. And I thought this was a real opportunity to kind of flip that on its head. And now you have female sexuality represented by women on screen. It's like, okay, guess what? Women can get off in a lot of other ways other than missionary. We love oral sex, it's like we love to be touched. And I felt like this was such a statement, to show that we are these incredible sexual beings.